Hey there everyone, very warm welcome to you. Welcome back to my channel with another episode, and I believe that you people are also super excited to see Sunday's final between Daniel Medvedev and our champion, 20-time Grand Slam singles champion Rafael Nadal. Before I take a start, check out the magic. This was something that I did in my previous video also. Some of you might have liked it. That is something that I can do anytime. But right now it's just like an attention getter. Let's just focus and simply talk about our today's matches. The two semifinals, Medvedev versus Tsitsipas and Nadal versus Berrettini. So I had some expectations. I was anticipating the kind of game and the performance that will be given by Nadal and Medvedev. Both guys are Grand Slam champions, both have the experience of handling the pressure. If we talk about Tsitsipas and Berrettini, so yeah, certainly among the top ranked players of the world, really know how to play tough. They really know how to give tough time to the opponent, but still they lack at certain things when it comes to handling the pressure of a court. So if you talk about the other two guys, if you are following the tennis just like me, you would have seen the kind of previous and earlier encounters between these two themselves, especially US Open 2019, the way Nadal simply took the title. Playing against Medvedev, it went to 5 sets, it was so tough, so many ups and downs. Earlier it felt like as Nadal is simply going to take it within the first 2 sets. Dominance, the kind of dominance that he was simply showing in the first 2 sets, it felt like as he's going to simply take the third one. But all of a sudden there were some turn of events. The manner in which Medvedev came back so strong. There are so many qualities within that guy. He simply never leaks the ball unless and until the other opponent simply hits it with so much topspin and at such a distance that he's unable to reach it. That's the only way that you can simply win a point against Daniel Medvedev, and that was something that Nadal did based on his experience of playing against the top players. So, you see, the kind of picture that I'm trying to draw within your minds and right now based on this discussion is that Sunday's final is going to be a real entertainment for people like us who really enjoy the game, who simply have an in-depth analysis of each and every shot. We're going to, I am anticipating 5 sets. So if you have a different opinion, you can certainly share it in the comments. But this is something that I'm anticipating based on the previous encounter, because even if you say, let's say that Nadal simply takes the first, we all know based on our past experience of watching the matches, that the person who simply takes the first set has a bigger probability of winning the match. So in that case, if I say Nadal is taking the first set, he has a big chance of taking the title, but Medvedev is a man who really knows how to return back into the game. I'm not talking about Berrettini, I'm not talking about Tsitsipas or Zverev. Good guys knows how to play among best of 3 matches like ATP 500, 1000. Among these matches, these guys are really good, really know how to give tough time and how to take the title. That's why they have won so many. But if we talk about the Grand Slam, it's a totally different game. It's about consistency, it's about endurance, it's about experience and how you simply bring it in the court to win the points. So when it comes to that, I can say, excluding all the other guys that I've just mentioned, Medvedev really has what it takes to take a Grand Slam title, which is why he reached Australian Open final last year and won the US Open final against a person like Djokovic. That is why I can say that he has a very big chance of taking the title. But on the other side, if I talk about Rafa, so he was already saying in the press conference also that these are very rare occasions that he's seeing right now. He never thought he would be able to reach this far. He's so much happy to be here in the final. He wasn't even expecting that to happen. And for every match that he has won, he has gotten even more happy. So yeah, certainly he's going to give his best. In a similar way as Djokovic also said in US Open final that I'm going to give my best to simply, take the title and make history. So I'm not saying as he was proud or being arrogant. Yes, so if someone has simply achieved this much, so they have an expectation to do even more. So he had that expectation, but Medvedev simply surprised him with his own way of playing. Some simply call it as an unconventional kind of player, but if you look at his game, he really knows how to beat the big boys. And of course, you call them the biggest and the greatest of all time. So right now, yeah, Nadal certainly has a huge edge of experience, but we should also keep in mind his age. So because of that, yeah, his energy storage can simply drain out a little earlier compared to the other guy. The other thing that I just mentioned is that Medvedev simply runs for every point. Whether you simply hit him short or deep or side to side, he's just everywhere. He's coming for every point. So even if I say that Nadal starts playing with drop shots, that's not going to work. Medvedev is simply going to come back and return and simply hit such a shot that even Nadal won't be able to return back. So he really has to simply utilize all his tactics and all his experience of playing for almost, I would say, 15, 20 years or even more than that. That's what I'm saying. I guess he turned pro 17 and up till now he has been playing. So yeah, 17 to 20 years have passed. I'm not saying as though he just started playing at the age of 17. I know he has experience since childhood, but now he has to utilize the whole of it if he really wishes to make history, because these chances, these opportunities are quite rare that we are seeing. We are very happy to see him in the finals, but when the other guy is Medvedev, so he can simply do anything. So that the guy is full of surprises. I'm not saying as though I'm simply favoring him that he's going to take the title. Of course, I will be happy to see Nadal taking it and making history. But on the other side, if he wins, he deserves it because he really knows how to play, and he'll be giving his best shot also. Because he knows if he takes the title, he's going to be world number one. So there is a lot that we can simply talk about. So if I simply mention the kind of patterns once again that I observed within the two semi-finals, both went to 4 sets, and which means that almost both players will have an equal kind of rest before their final. They'll be taking rest tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow is the big day, the Sunday, Super Sunday, in which we're going to see the two big giants facing one another. So let's see who simply wins. But the kind of strategy, which is why I simply chose this topic, like how to win a Grand Slam final. Both these players are well aware of it. I'm not saying as though I have simply won so many titles. I'm just simply anticipating the kind of game plan that they're going to come up with in order to defeat their opponent. So the first thing that they'll be focusing, according to my expectation, is less unforced errors, because the person who's going to make more unforced errors will be the one who will be losing the game. It's all about staying consistent, hitting deep balls, returning every ball back to the opponent. It's not about, trying something so new that you simply end up losing your own point. That's not going to work at all. Then the other thing that is going to be at a very good advantage, that is going to provide them the benefit, would be the first serve percentage. Higher it is, bigger the chances of you taking the title or winning the sets. Because once your first serve will drop down, which is the basic big weapon, so hitting the second serve means that you are giving the opponent a chance to hit a very fast and deep return that even you won't be able to return back to the court. So if you are sticking to your plan of hitting the first serve hard, strong, deep, so you'll be at a very good advantage. Then of course you have to keep it to deep hitting, because the deeper the hitting, you'll keep your opponent at a tougher and a difficult situation. Because if you start hitting short, if your ball is dropping close to tee, that means that the other guy will simply step ahead, he will come forward, and he will simply hit a return with a lightning speed, just like this one. So that's why you have to simply come up with deep hitting plan. That's the only way in which you'll be able to win the title. Then just simply search on YouTube US Open 2019 final, which has been played between these two players. So if you look at their game plan, both were playing really nice shots side to side and deep hitting, but whenever any one of them tried to play a drop shot, the other opponent was able to reach and return back and win the point. So, playing a drop shot won't be such a nice idea when both the opponents are running for each and every ball. So they have to come up with the other plan, as I mentioned, deep hitting and relying more on the first serve. That's the only way in which the person who's going to stick to the plan, they are, simply hitting deep shots and relying more on their first serve, they'll have a bigger advantage of taking the title, and try to force the opponent to make the unforced error by hitting deep shots side to side. And yeah, as I mentioned, I've written it for myself, just to share it with you guys also. Both the players will be going crazy. Don't expect as though any one of them will simply, hold their nerves or will simply withhold their actual energy. Both will come with their true strength, because one knows he'll become the world number one. The other knows that he's going to be the greatest of all time. We know that they have already won 20, they are, but still going one step ahead of the other two means something. Yeah, in the press conference, of course, he said that winning matches means a lot to me. I'm not following this 21st. If it comes, fine, everyone will be happy. But at the back of his mind, when he knows everyone is looking at him, if he wins 21st, so at the back of his mind, he has this thing in mind also. So he'll be coming up with his utmost power. So we can expect some, crazy game to be happening in this Super Sunday. So yeah, these were some of the things that I wanted to talk about. The other opponents like Tsitsipas and Berrettini did try. I don't know what happened with Berrettini. He had a very good control if we talk about the third set, because he tried to return back, but unfortunately he was unable to remain consistent, because of which Nadal returned back with his own momentum and took the fourth set and finished the game. So Berrettini, yeah, if he's given a chance to start hitting his forehand, if he simply hits with his forehand, that's very powerful. Serve and forehand are very powerful, but they never worked in the first, second and fourth set. Third set was the game changer for him, because that he was getting more chances of winning or hitting with his forehand. That's why he won the third set. But he never got the chance, which means that Nadal knew how to play against him. That's why he was just forcing him to play from his backhand side, and that's where the errors were coming. Because his backhand means Nadal's forehand, that is, of course, lefty. So whenever he would simply hit a cross court, so the opponent is at a very danger and alarming zone. But if you talk about playing with the same strategy against Medvedev, so Medvedev's backhand is also like his forehand. Like he's able to simply hit down the line also. Like the way he was winning so many points against Tsitsipas. So I was looking at him, hitting backhand down the line. Tsitsipas was simply hitting a top spin forehand very deep at his ad side, but still, and he was also coming straight forward to cover up the court so that he can finish the point through a volley. But Medvedev never gave him a chance. Simply return the ball down the line, and Tsitsipas kept on looking at what is happening. So that's the kind of person that Medvedev is, and you can expect this game to happen. So good luck to both guys. I'm super excited, as you guys be also, and we'll simply talk about what happens next, whether Medvedev becomes the world number one or Nadal making history with his 21st Grand Slam singles title. Good luck to both players. If you have some other opinion, if you wish to add something more into it, drop down your comments. I would love to read them also. So if you like the video, you can like it, subscribe, get notified with some upcoming videos also. I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.